Arsenal are gonna destroy Bayern, and if I'm wrong, I'll go bald. I truly stand by this opinion. I'm not trying to be different and trying to act like, I'm a different kind of football fan, because I'm actually a City fan. I hate Arsenal. I'd actually prefer if Bayern did a 10-2 again, just so I could laugh at them. But I'll be honest, I actually do think that Arsenal are gonna beat Bayern, because it's kind of crazy to say that in 2024, especially since if you said this back in 2016 or A17 when they got thrashed by Bayern, you get mocked and laughed at. But I mean, not just this Twitter post convinced me, but pretty much everything else the whole season. As you can see, Bayern Munich have suffered back-to-back defeats in the Bundesliga, just 3 days away from the quarterfinals match. Well, let's look at Arsenal. Let's look at Arsenal's recent form from the last 3 games, and you'll see why they're probably gonna destroy Bayern. And I know Arsenal, they barely got past Porto, but I don't think against Bayern, I don't think they're gonna let that slip up. This is their last 3 games. A 0-0 against Manchester City, my team. They parked the bus, they didn't plan on doing anything. But that just shows that when they play their low block, not even Manchester City can break through that low block. Pep said it himself. If you want to break that defensive low block of Arsenal, you gotta kill one. And yeah, Arsenal versus Luton. Luton ain't a great team, but extremely convincing 2-0 today. 3-0 against Brighton. Now let's look at Bayern. Bayern's track record is actually disgusting. It's like this. That's what the track record looks like. That's what it looks like, bro. 3-2 against Hindenham. Hindenham are actually 10th in the league. I don't think any of us have ever heard of this team called Hindenham. And you know what? A 2-0 loss to Hindenham is not, it's bad, it's terrible, but a 3-2 loss is horrible, it's worse, it's disgusting, it's filth. Because that just shows that you scored 2 goals and you conceded 3, which further shows that it's not the attack the problem, it's everything else. They led. That's They led 2-0 against Hindenham. They led 2-0 against Hindenham and lost 3-2. You think that defense is going to be able to keep out the likes of Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, Gabriel. By that I mean Gabriel Jesus, Odegaard. No, it can't. No, it can't. A team like Hindenham had 32% possession and still scored 3 goals. While they were 2-0 down. 4 shots on target. Bro, that's just disgusting. That's a disgusting loss. Filthy. They lost to Dortmund, first time in 10 years. Dortmund is actually 5th place and they lost to Dortmund. Let's look at the stats. Yeah. They had, I don't need to, And they lost to Darmstadt. Oh, no, they didn't lose, they won. But that just proves my point. I just think Bayern Munich just doesn't have what it takes to beat Arsenal. I really think Arsenal's going to destroy them. Especially with the Arsenal's form and the fact that they could like switch from defense to attack. Like they can transition really quickly from that. Like even if Harry Kane was to counter attack and whatever and all that, they could quickly go into a low block that they can't go through. Well, Bayern's defense does not allow them to be able to take on Arsenal's attack, so Arsenal's probably gonna. I'm not. And I'm not saying it's gonna be like 6-2 on aggregate, but I am saying it's gonna be 6-2 on aggregate. It's gonna be something crazy. It's gonna be a mad thing. Everyone saying not, but I mean, if it's not Kane to save them, who is gonna save them? And I'm saying this as a City fan, and I wish Bayern proves me wrong, but I don't want to go bald, so I kind of wish they don't. But yeah, Bayern's gonna get destroyed. Arsenal's probably gonna bury them, leave their bodies out for dead, and it's sad. It's sad how much Bayern is falling, bro.